Hey, what's good? And welcome everybody to another episode of the Gamer Show. I'm your solo host for today. Mike will not be able to make it today. But look, we are doing some stuff for the Xbox One Series X and the PlayStation 5 tomorrow. So y'all want to stay tuned. I'm doing the show quite a little early today because the name of the topic of the show is called Horror Stories. And if you are family to the show, you know I experience a lot of stuff doing these horror stories, man. And this shit is not me. Oh shit, let me hold up. See, it's always something that I'm forgetting before I start putting up let me put this advisory up because I'm gonna be doing a lot of cursing. Because this horror story it's a comedic dream. So if you are a fucking comedian, you wanna buy this joke, I'm telling you, man, it's comedic gold. All right. So I'm going to be telling you two different horror stories. One horror story on how we were able to get the Xbox Series X, and the other story on how we were able to cop the PlayStation 5. Yes. And at the end of the broadcast, I'm going to tell y'all where y'all can go out tomorrow, definitely, and go get one. I'm going to give you all the tools that you need so y'all can go out and get a PlayStation or Xbox Series X or Xbox Series S. Now, I do have both of these consoles, so when we critique them tomorrow, don't get mad because we are not sponsored by Sony nor Microsoft, and we're going to tell you the honest God truth. We got them both, and I told y'all I was going to be hating on niggas. If I could not get one, I was going to hate. I was definitely going to hate, and I gave you no... I ain't sugarcoat nothing. This show keeps it 100% real. And I said I wasn't going to share the information until I got mine. You know what I'm saying? Or Mike got his. Until we got ours. Until my folks got theirs. Now we'll put the information out so y'all can capture one. But keep it 100. I didn't want nobody getting one before Mike and I and our crew got one. So that's how it is. It is what it is, bruh. Y'all watch this channel. Y'all know how the fuck I operate. Y'all know how I talk. Y'all know how I go. All right. So, before we start, let's get some promotions out the way. The first promotion that we got is the Christmas giveaway. Now, y'all can still participate in this raffle. It's going to cost you $5. On Christmas Day, we're going to announce the winner. The winner will get Cyberpunk, 3D Mario All-Star, Spider-Man, Call of Duty, and Madden 21. That's if you win. But you have to participate, and you have to send us $5 through the Cash App. That's $THAGAMERSSHOW. The Gamer Show with the $ in front of it. Spelled the ghetto way. All right? And Cyberpunk as well. And for the Cyberpunk, we're doing a $1 raffle where you can win a copy of Cyberpunk on the Xbox or the PlayStation. And again, if you want to participate, you have to participate by buying your raffle ticket, sending us that money through Cash App. Again, that's $ THAGAMERSSHOW. And that's the way that you can win. All right. So now that I got that out the way, let's get to this horror story. All right. So, move that over a little bit. Okay. All right. So we were able to obtain the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5. Let me tell you how we secured the PlayStation 5 first, since the Xbox, because that came out Tuesday. Tuesday just passed, which was the 10th, I believe it was. So we had our whole plan, everything lined out. Now I was supposed to be holding seats for 7 different people because we knew that the GameStop that we were going to, and y'all like, you got it from GameStop? You, as much shit as you talk about GameStop, I'm gonna still keep talking shit about GameStop until they do their shit right. Now, let me say this: not every GameStop is a clusterfuck. You have a lot of people in there that are cool people, but then you have a lot of GameStops that are clusterfucks, right? So the two ones that I was gonna go to weren't really clusterfucks because one of them actually allowed us to do some filming in there when the Nintendo Switch came out, and the other one we kind of knew. Like my man Juan, he kind of knew them personally, but he knew both of the managers at the spot. So we already had the plug, you know what I'm saying? So the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S did not come out until that Tuesday, or last Tuesday. So what our plan was, I said, okay, fuck this, because these things are going to be real scarce, and I don't know how many GameStop is going to have, but they said that they will have extra. So I'll no, I don't have the goddamn coronavirus. Our plan was to go out after The Walking Dead went off and go start camping out and shit. All right. So, mind you, the night before, which was Saturday night, had a little get together over the joint, and we got fucked up. You hear me? We got fucked up. I'm talking about we was drinking Crown. We was drinking, I think we was doing shots. I was doing fireball shots. So we was fucked up. That was that Saturday night, right? So coming into Sunday morning, already had a fucking hangover. So I wasn't feeling all right, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm down in this Crown Royal. I had the peach. And then Shantae made some drinks with the Mike's lemonade and the bucket cup and all that other shit. So we was fucked up. We was fucked up. Everybody was fucked up. So that Sunday morning when we woke up, because Juan had stayed the night over my house, right? And so we was planning on leaving out that night. So after The Walking Dead went off, we got in the car and we started to head up to GameStop. Now I'm still dealing with a hangover, right? My head is so fucked up. So when we get out there, we assumed that at least like one or two people were going to be already camping, right? But when we got there, to our surprise, nobody was there. Now we're in District Heights. We camped out at the GameStop at District Heights, right? Boom. Get out there. I put 7 chairs. Put 7 chairs out there, right? Because I started calling my folks and I was like, hey, look, do you want to get one of these Xboxes? You know, let me know. I'm gonna put a chair out here, and I wasn't doing no Bama shit like, all right, I'm gonna charge you $100 for the chair. No, I was just trying to get all my folks straight, because we got fucked out of the pre-orders, we got fucked out of all that shit. You know what I'm saying? We got fucked out of the bots because the bots brought half of that shit up. Go look on eBay, and you a stupid motherfucker if you try to go on eBay and buy this shit with these scalpers charging like $2,000 for a fucking Xbox and a play. You was a dumb motherfucker, man. You was a dumb. And at the end of this broadcast, I'm gonna let you know where you can go get your shit so you don't have to pay no $2,000 for no fucking Xbox or no PlayStation 5. So back to the story. We sitting out there. We got the chairs and shit out there. So boom. We get there around like maybe, I would say Walking Dead went off around like 10 something. We didn't get to the GameStop until I would say probably like an hour later. So we camping out there and shit, you know what I'm saying? Put the chairs out there, and it's cold as a motherfucker, right? So then we decided to go sleep in the car. So we got the blankets, you know what I'm saying? All this shit, you know what I mean? And so the next morning come up. This is Monday morning. The store opens up at 12. So the manager comes in at 12, and we say, okay, y'all got extras, right? They was like, yeah, we have extras, but we only have a certain amount. We'll let you know the numbers at the end of the closing day, which they had already told us and shit, right? So I'm like, okay, I know they're going to have the minimum of 6. The bare minimum of 6. So Um, what happened was, then she came out later on that day, and somehow she told us two. Then I was like, damn, that's fucked up. Because Juan's sitting out here. I was supposed to get one for an unknown person because they don't want me to mention his name because y'all gonna hate on him at work, fuckers. And Mike and Juan, right? So I'm like, damn, it's only two of them. Fuck. Then, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be short. And Juan is a good hearted dude, man. Juan was like, well, look, I'll just give mine to Mike and he can pay me the money and shit. He was like, nah, I was like, well, you know, I was like, it's hard, man. It was a really hard decision. But Juan was planning on giving his away, right? Then she was like, well, I may have another one. I don't know, but I'm gonna let you know around 3:00. Okay, bam, boom. So we was figuring, you know, they're gonna have at least 3 or 4. They got to have at least 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying? Because the Xbox Series X wasn't really a big ticket item. It wasn't bigger than the PlayStation and shit, right? So then this dude walks in. His name's Chris. He turned out to be a cool dude because I hope he watched the channel. He turned out to be a cool dude. And if y'all are leaving comments in the channel, forgive me. I can't. Well, I'm just focusing on telling the story. But when he went inside the store, I think the manager told him that she had 3. So he came back out because we told him that, hey, look, we holding 7 spots right here. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when the manager came out and he was like, well, I only see 2 of y'all here. You know, Juan had his son. So she knew that his son wasn't buying it. So she only saw both of us. So she was like, well, I can only sell to y'all 3 right here because I see y'all. So if y'all stay out here in the morning and come back, then y'all got it. You know what I'm saying? But I may have some more, you know, because they get shipments periodically. And I'll let you know at the end of the day. So I called Mike. I said, Mike, dude, you need to get up here ASAP because she's saying that she won't be selling it to you because you're not up here. But I told the guy that's up here now that I'm holding that spot for you. You know what I'm saying? So they eventually came up there, Mike and his wife. Now, remember I said Mike and his wife. Mike is married and I am not, okay? Remember I said this because this is going to play into the PlayStation store. So they came up there and they sat for a while. So because I had their face shown because they was like, okay, this is the person I told you I was holding the line for. So they decided, Mike and his wife decided to leave because they had to do something. And then that's when they left, that's when the commotion started again. But it really wasn't big. It was just a dude. He was out there. You know what I'm saying? So I told Mike, I was like, look, before she closed the store, you need to come back up here so she can see your face when she walks out. And if she has 4, we good. If she got 3, then, you know what I'm saying, somebody going to be, you know, Chris. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, Mike is the one that I was holding the spot for, so he already had his chair out there. And this is how it goes. Everybody knows when you camp out, even if you're doing like some fucking shoes or something, if you camp out, you put one of those chairs out there, and that's supposed to solidify your spot in line. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody come up, they be like, oh, nah, we, that's our chair right there, so we number 4 or 5 or whatever the fuck it is. You know what I mean? So, they came back up there second time because we waiting for the store to close now, and they had left again. Mike and Dad had left again. 15 minutes after they left, the manager came out the store and stuck the amount of consoles that they had up there. They only had 3. So I'm like, oh fuck, man, what am I going to do? I was like, they only got fucking 3. Man. And she was like, okay, 1, 2, 3. So that's who I'm selling it to in the morning. I was like, oh fuck. So I called Mike and I told him, hey, look, um, she came out. She said that she saw three of us. Hold on. Oh, y'all hold on for a second. Yeah. All right. All right. So let me get back to it. So she said she only saw the three of us. So I'm like panicking. I'm like, fuck, man. How am I gonna get Mike this system and shit? You know what I'm saying? So me and Juan just trying to contemplate how we gonna get this fucking system for Mike and shit. So Mike, Juan had maybe a plug somewhere else, right? Um, so we was gonna work that shit out. So all right. So the morning comes, and I'm telling you, the one thing about Chris I can say, I mean, he's a really cool dude, young guy. He was cool. He actually he was real generous because like he you know he had the drink, he had the whatever, you know what I'm saying. But I can't get down for my job and shit. But I mean, he you know what I'm saying? He was like he was showing this appreciation and shit as far as like, man, whatever y'all want, I got. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know what I'm saying? So he wasn't a dick. He was a real cool dude, you know what I'm saying? He just happened to be at the right place at the right time. Cause nobody could get the pre-order. And he just happened to walk up and get into the shit. So the morning started to come because GameStop was going to open at 10 o'clock. So then motherfuckers start to line up again. They start to line up. And we telling people, I was like, dude, it's three. So that's us three right here. It's three on the door. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers was not trying to hear the shit and they continue to line up. So morning comes, manager comes in, and we try to say again, three, right? She was like, yeah, y'all safe, three. I was like, okay. So she came after she was in the store for a minute. She came back out and announced that everybody that made their pre-orders, they was going to let them in the store first to get theirs. And then, you know what I'm saying? Then us three can get them out. You know what I'm saying? So there was this dude that came up to the door. He had on the motherfucking dashiki shirt and he had some dreads and shit, right? So while the people that had their pre-orders was in there, this motherfucker gonna slide past us, and we tell him, he was like, man, I'm trying to get this Xbox. I was like, dude, there's no way that you can get it because it's all three of them are already spoken for. He act like we wasn't even there because he was gonna go inside anyway, which he wound up doing. I said, dude, you touch that fucking door, I'm gonna pull you back by them fucking dreads. Because right now I'm pissed off, right? Now I'm pissed off because the nigga, he didn't want to listen and then he just bogarted. So he just turned back around because they told him he had to get out. He ain't had no mask on, first of all. So she told him that, you know what I'm saying, you have to leave. You know, we only letting people that pre-ordered this shit in. So bam. It was good. You know what I'm saying? We got, long story short, we got our pre-orders. I mean, we walked in, we brought out shit, and then we went home. And that was the end of it. You know what I'm saying? All right, boom. Now, the only hard story about that one is Mike wasn't able to get his on launch day. So after we go home, Juan had called. Well, not what happened was they had an extra one at another spot, and she was, because I don't want to get this person in trouble and shit, but the person had another one at another spot, and it was obtainable if their manager didn't show up. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay, I'm gonna hold you one, but you have to get up here. So we're told, we was telling Mike that, yeah, this happened on the launch day. It happened on the launch day. So Mike was prepared to get his, and he did. He took the steps to get his because he was still at work. It wound up not panning out. So then Mike wasn't able to get his that day. Juan then called me back later on that evening and said, all right, the girl said for sure that they can get one because somebody had canceled their pre-order. So he was like, well, look, if you come up to the store around like the closing the closing day, you can come and get it. So I was like, okay, Mike, we got you one. So now you good. Because I wasn't going to open up my Xbox until my man got one. You know what I'm saying? Until everybody got their shit, because I felt real fucked up. I wasn't opening my shit until everybody got theirs. Bam. So Mike has secured one, right? But he's not going to get his until the next day. Then Juan calls me in the morning around about like maybe 8 something. And I'm already tired because now I got to rest up for the PlayStation. He said, yo, she said, come up here now and get it. I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, I can't get up there like right away and shit because I'm all the way out West Bummerfuck. And it's going to take me at least 45 minutes just to get to that GameStop. So he had arrangements to get up that joint and he secured the fucking PlayStation 5 for Mike. Gave it to Mike and everybody's happy now. All right. So now I can finally open up my Xbox because my man's got it. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, and then my man that have to remain anonymous. On launch day, there was this guy out there. He had got the Xbox Series S, but he didn't want it. So he was trying to sell it so he could get the pay off his PlayStation 5. You know, this motherfucker wanted $1,000 for that shit. $1,000 for an Xbox S series. A Series S. I said, get the fuck out of here. You're not going to get no $1,000 for no Xbox Series S. Ain't no fucking way you going to get an X. You're not going to get... That's like trying to sell a Fire Stick for $1,000. You're not going to get no motherfucking S for no for no G. If you had the X... Yeah, you could probably get away with that, but not the fucking S. So long story short, my man called me up and he said, hey, dude just called me and said that he'll let it go for $550. I said, so the nigga desperate for money now because everybody he pitched that shit to for $1,000, it wasn't flying. If you was a real gamer, you wasn't going to pay no $1,000 for no fucking... That's double and plus some more of the price of that shit. And that shit's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? I said, look, tell that dude you got 5. And he bit. So now everybody got their Xbox, right? Pay a little bit more. Hold on to it. And see if you can sell it and get your money back, right? Okay. So now Mike got his. My man got his. I got mine's. Be straight. So now comes the PlayStation 5, right? Which was released on the 12th. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, I'm cool. I didn't get I wasn't able to do a pre-order, but I was going to go ahead and try to do a pre-order on Target's website. And if I wasn't able to do Target's website, I was going to do Walmart website. The fucked up situation with Walmart website and Target website is you still dealing with fucking bots, right? You still dealing with the bots. What a bot does, it refreshes the page enough so as soon as the product is available, it automatically buys it. And there's nothing that you can fucking do about it. There's nothing that you can do about it. So we lost to the bots. Lost to PlayStation because Target on launch day or the night, 12 o'clock, Eastern Standard Time, our time, 12 o'clock, they released the shit so you could pre-order it. Had the shit in the cart, but it would not go through. That was 12 o'clock. 3 o'clock came through, had the shit in the cart, wouldn't go through. And I'm like, how the fuck the bots getting this? Because there's this app that tells you what's in stock at every store. And my store was Fairfax. That's the one that I set my app up for to go to Fairfax. Fairfax had 40 copies of the PlayStation X, and those were not reserves because anything you reserved before that Tuesday, you got mailed out to your house, so you didn't pick it up in store. So they had 40 fucking PlayStation 5s, right? Could not get one. When the next time I checked the app, it had like 20 something or 28. So I was like, the app is working because it's showing how many people bought the shit. The second wave hit at 3 o'clock. No go. Still couldn't do shit. Then the third wave hit, and the third wave was shipping only. The first two waves where you were able to secure it and pick it up that morning. But fucked over. Fucked over again by the bots. So that was my first try. My first attempt. Now I'm like just relying on Walmart. I'm like, I hope I can get this shit from Walmart. Walmart gonna start their pre-orders at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock came within 10 fucking seconds, sold out. I said, man, ain't this a bitch? I said, man, fuck this. I'm not giving them no more of my time because I'm already tired from Sunday and I'm not able to fucking rest. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired from Sunday and I'm drained and shit. Can't reserve the PlayStation 5 through Target. Can't reserve the PlayStation 5 through Walmart. And Walmart had different times that they were going to release so you'd be able to do the pre-orders. And it was 12, 3, 6, and 9. I did 12 o'clock. And after I wasn't able to get it, I was like, man, fuck it. I'm not going to get it. Now, my plan was to go to GameStop on Saturday because if you didn't pick your console up within 48 hours, they were allowed to sell it. So I know it was a lot of motherfuckers that probably wasn't going to get theirs. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a whole chunk of bread. Plus, with the pandemic going on and shit right now, I mean, it's not that many people that got that type of bread to spend, especially if they already bought an Xbox Series S. That's over $1,000 that you're paying if you're paying cash for both of these consoles. So I'm like, fuck. I'm so fucked. I am so fucked. So I'm looking at the app on my phone that's telling me how many that the stores have. So I'm like, let me give Target a call. So I call Target and I say, yo, I know y'all not allowed to sell the PlayStations in store today, but I said, tomorrow, are y'all allowed to sell them inside the store? The lady said yes. I said, okay, I got a fucking chance. Bam. Now that was the store in Oxon Hill, the little ghetto joint. I never been to it, but that was the one that Kmart used to be right there, but they inside that where Kmart is. So that's a little hoodish over there. Not a little hoodish. Them niggas hood over there. So I decided to call another Target. Now the Target in Oxon Hill said that they had on the app it said that they had 14. The one in Waldorf said they only had 8. So I'm like, fuck, man. It's a hard decision to make because I was telling Juan, okay, just meet me there at 3 o'clock in the morning. Cause ain't nobody gonna be camped out there. I was like, man, fuck it. Cause earlier that day, Shantae had something at the house for Mom's birthday, right? So, again, I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up on the 12th. You know what I'm saying? I got a hangover. I'm drinking and shit. Another Crown Royal. And I'm taking shots and fireball shots. So I'm fucked up. So I'm like, I'm not going. I got time to sleep it off a little bit. Plus I'm tired from Sunday. I was like, fuck it, man. We go out there at 3 o'clock in the morning. Bam. Now, mind you, around like 9 o'clock, I started to get antsy and shit. Bite my fingernails and all that other shit. Something was telling me to get the fuck up and go. 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 Something kept telling me to get the fuck up and go. So I called Juan. I was like, Juan, man, I'm going to come pick you up now. We're going to go out there. I'm going to figure out which one we're going to go to when I picked you up. So this was at like 9 something when I called Juan. All right. So it take me about like maybe 45 minutes to get to my house from Juan's house. Go scoop Juan up. And then the guy I got a name Anonymous, I told him, I was like, look, we going to the joint in Waldorf, right? Bam. Because I already spoke to Mike. I was like, look, it's for sure that we got the shit. Because they got 8. We're going to be the first ones out there. And I'm thinking the 3 o'clock time. So, no. I left early. 9 o'clock. Got there. Pick Juan up. Then I'm coming into Waldorf and shit. We're passing the Best Buy because we coming up 301. And we have Juan's son out there because we needed 4 bodies, right? So I told Juan's son, I was like, look over there to the right and see if you see anybody camping out at that Best Buy. Because that's going to give me a good indication on how I got to put the pedal to the metal. Now, from the Best Buy to the Target in Waldorf is only like maybe a 5-minute drive and shit, right? If you don't get caught up by them fucking lights. So he said he seen 2 chairs out there. And I'm like, oh, shit. Now I'm like, I'm panicking. I'm in panic mode and shit, right? So I'm like, fuck, man. Niggas gonna be out here. Now, this was at 10 something. Now, Target is already closed by this point. So then we roll up into Target. You know what I'm saying? We get up there, make that right by that little medical center, that new building that they built. Make that right there. And then we come on the backside of Target. When I tell you, I made that to go in the back of the Target and then, you know what I'm saying, straight and then make that left. And I ain't see nobody out there. I was like, yeah, we got our shit, bruh. I stopped that motherfucking car. I damn nearly threw Juan's son in the front fucking seat out the goddamn front window. Because I held it. And I stopped that shit. I said, get out the car and help me with these chairs, boy. So, stop the car, pop the trunk, put 4 chairs out there. So, we straight. I'm straight. Juan's straight. Mike's straight. And my man that's anonymous, he's straight. So, we straight. As I'm putting the chairs out there and I'm parking the car, we all agreeing like we're going to do this shit in shifts, right? But my man Juan, if y'all know Juan, good dude, he had, you know what I'm saying, he had a stroke. I ain't want Juan going back out there, back and forth out there, you know what I'm saying? Because it was cold. It was cold out there. Cold. So I was like, for the most part, me and my man, Anonymous, we gonna hold it down. And then we'll, if we get, you know, too cold, we'll tell his son to come out and just sit right there so they can see a body. So put the chairs out there and I'm backing the car up into the space because I want the car to be like right there. So when we walk out of the store, I can put my shit in there and we can bonk the fuck out. So, as I'm doing that, there was this car that was behind me and it had 4 cats in it, but they was already up there before us. Come to find out that they have been up there since 7 o'clock that evening, right? While the store was still open. And after they seen us put our chairs out there, they came out there and then they put their chairs out, right? So it was 4 of them. And I'm thinking 4, 8. I'm like, we got it locked. That's it right there. That's it. That's no more consoles. But when I told them, I was like, look, I'm holding a spot for 4 people. So I'm just letting you know we got 4 of these Jones. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, cool. They was cool cats. You know what I'm saying? Bam. All right. Now here's where the story takes a hard story turn. Right? And hopefully I'm saying this as accurate as it happened. So the dudes that was behind us, they wasn't even mad. They was like, shit, we should have put our chairs out there when we first got here. I'm like, well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you snooze, you lose, but we gonna look out for you. You know what I'm saying? We gonna look out for you. If niggas start coming up here, start talking that gangster shit, we gonna look out for you and shit, right? Like, if we need to go sleep in shifts, we sleep in shifts. As long as y'all do that honor system shit and let them know that, you know, we 4 and then y'all are the 2 because y'all only getting 2. So Anonymous came up there. So we had now we had 4 people, right? But Juan's son was holding it down for Mike. Mike and Doc couldn't get up there. Well, Mike had to go to work because he in inventory. He doing inventory. But Dot couldn't get up there. Which, now remember I said this. Dot is Mike's wife. Dot is Mike's wife. I am not married. Dot is Mike's wife. Remember I said this. So Dot couldn't get up there until she dropped Mike off that morning, which was 5 o'clock. Right? So, yeah. So 5 o'clock, right? So now we out there. My man Anonymous, he finally get out there. Now he got his seat. Now niggas can see, okay, yeah, they got 4 people, but they only really see 2 because everybody else is in the car and shit. So we back and forth getting warm and shit. Now this is where the shit get kind of fuzzy because I was mad as shit, right? So these 4 niggas pop up, right? Now, if you know what a Target is in Waldorf, Maryland, all Targets are generally the same. You got an entry side and you got an exit side. We was all camped up on the entry side. Because when they came out in the morning, they was going to see us camped out right there, right? And the people was telling us that they was going to give out tickets to the people in line, you know, to stop all the confusion. Bam. That's why we got up there. Now, the niggas came up there, right? Four dudes, right? So the dudes one dude had like this red hammock and the other dudes had these little beach chairs or whatever. When they came up, they was like, yeah, something. And I said, yo, the line is back there, bruh. Because they saw us sitting there shit right there. They was like, nah, we going to chill over here. I was like, the line is back there. And what I should have done was like I did when we got the GameStop, I should have took like a recording or a picture to show that there was nobody out there other than us and shit. So, them niggas was, they posted up over there on the exit side of the building, of the doors. And we was like, yeah, I think these niggas gonna try to do some shady shit. You know what I'm saying? So we was on the lookout. Like, we would sleep, one eye open, one eye closed. Because we had to watch these niggas, right? So this is where the shit gets fuzzy again. Because me and Anonymous, we went inside the car to warm up. Yeah, I think this is how it happened. Let me know if I'm right or wrong. But we got in the car to warm up a little bit. But as we're sitting in the car, we see the niggas pack up their shit. And no, they had fell asleep because they was smoking and they was drinking. You know what I'm saying? So that drink and that smoke sent them to sleep. They was out for a long ass time. So something happened where we went back in the car again. We seen the niggas get up. So we was like, oh, these niggas about to dip. Because there was nobody else in line. There was a few people that rolled up. Was like, hey, y'all out here for the PlayStation 5. Hey, how many more they got? We was like, dude, They ain't no more. Ain't no more. Even them niggas that was on the exercise of it, they knew about Oxon Hill, and we was like, yeah, they got 14 or 13 of them. So that was the first impression that they was trying to muscle us and shit, right? Like, okay, y'all niggas go there. We gonna hold it here. But we wasn't budging. You know what I'm saying? So we seen them get move their shit on the other side where they were supposed to be at. So I'm like, cause Anonymous saw the shit. I was like, cool. I was like, I ain't worried about it because we 1, 2, 3, 4. So fuck that shit. You know what I mean? So the niggas, we go back out, and then we start sitting back outside and shit, right? Fell asleep. I was in a good sleep. I was cold as motherfucker. I had on my Crocs. I thought I put a pair of socks in my car, right? Come to find out, I couldn't find that other fucking sock. So I had one sock on. Feet was cold. Well, one foot was cold. And my Crocs. I had these glasses on and my Mario mask and shit, right? So a couple of minutes later, a few later, one of the niggas started to come up and I guess like size us up. The nigga gonna say, oh, y'all gamers, y'all true gamers and shit. And he was like, man, I don't even do this shit. I ain't no gamer and shit. So I'm like, where's he going with the story and shit? Because now I'm feeling like you trying to see if we like some bitches or something. Like I told y'all, I'm a video gamer, but don't get it twisted and shit. I can fight, bro. You know what I mean? So the nigga, it seemed like he tried to muscle us. Then he came up with a story that like, oh man, when I came out here, I only saw 2 chairs and I seen a dude with some shades on and some mask and shit. And he kept saying this shit, right? But I'm not picking up on it and shit because I'm like, nigga, when I came up here, it was nobody in line. It was nobody in line. I said, dude, when I came up here, it was nobody in line. That's when I put my chairs out and the niggas behind me, they put their shit out too. And he was like, nah, what I'm saying. So the nigga wasn't trying to hear me at all, right? So I said, what is you trumping me? And he was like, what'd you say? And then I turned to the dude in the back because I'm getting agitated and aggravated. I'm like, the nigga acting like Trump and shit because I'm saying something and the nigga not trying to listen. I was like, dude, when I got up here and I'm telling him the story again, there was no chairs and shit out here. So basically the nigga trying to claim that he was in his car and he was there first. You know what I'm saying? We don't give a fuck if you there first. If you camp out for some shit, if you already in a car, you supposed to put your shit out. These niggas had a fucking hammock and beach chairs. So you mean to tell me if you was the first one there, why the fuck you ain't put your hammock and your beach chair out there? How? Now my man got a walker. How the fuck 3 chairs, a walker, plus 4 chairs that was behind me beat you and your mans if y'all was out there before us? How the fuck is that possible, right? So these niggas was swelling and they was like, man, we're just contested in the morning and shit. I was like, fine, do what you gotta do, bro. And then he was like, man, we all black out here. I just thought about it, man. Because he had stamped off and then he came back. He was like, man, we all black out here and woo-woo and all this other shit. Because he thought that we was some bitches. Now, Anonymous, he had some conversation for him, but then he put his motherfucking hood back over his head. I mean, the cover and shit, and he went back to sleep. But he wasn't really sleeping because he was, you know, I'm like, if some shit jumped off, then, you know what I'm saying, it's 2 of us out here, 4 of them, but it was really 3 of us out there, plus maybe 12 more of us. You know what I'm saying? So we was straight if the nigga started some bullshit. You know what I mean? So the nigga stepped off, and then I was like, man, it's going to be some bullshit in the morning. I guarantee it. So had my alarm set for like 4, 6, and 7. So when my alarm went off, I just woke up to view the situation. So my man Anonymous, he say, look around the corner. There's a rack of people there. I said, I don't give a fuck about them people. I just give a fuck about 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all I give a fuck about. I wouldn't care if them niggas surround the building because it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know what the fuck they going to do, but I know what 1, 2, 3, 4 is going to do. So that happened. All right. Then, like 5 o'clock came or 5:30. So I called Mike and Dot because I knew that no. It was like 4 something because Mike had to be to work by 5. So I called her at 4 something. They picked up the phone because they was in the car. Dot and him was in the car. So this was like maybe 4:50 or some shit when I talked to Dot. And I was like, okay, where y'all at? And Mike was still in the car because I can hear him. He's like, yeah, she on the way to drop me off, so we'll be up there. Now mind you, I tell you this time it was 4:50. At 5 o'clock, Anonymous turned to me and he said, ain't that Dot right there? I said, hey, that ain't no motherfucking Dot. This is at 5 o'clock. I just got off the phone with Dot at 4:50. It's now 5 o'clock. Or maybe 4:59. Right? I said, that ain't Dot, because I just got off the phone with her. It's going to take Dot at least 20 to 30 minutes to come up Branch or to come up 301 to get to this target. Don't you know that was fucking Dot right there? Now I'm thinking, did I fall asleep? No. How the fuck Dot get up there in 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes? I didn't realize that until the next day, right? But I was like, dang, how the fuck you get up here in 10 minutes? It take 20 minutes for you to go from Clinton to Waldorf. Because when you go into the Walmart, where the shopping center, where the fucking Walmart is, any time of day is traffic getting out of that motherfucking shopping center. You gotta get out that shopping center, then you gotta go up, get on the 301, get up to 301, do all them turns to get to the fucking Target. I don't know if she had a teleporter or whatever, but she was there in less than 10 fucking minutes. I swear on everything, bro. It take 20 minutes to get to Clinton to Waldorf. She got there less than 10 minutes. I don't know how the fuck she did it. So now we out there. We out here. Everybody that's getting a PlayStation 5 is here. Now we straight. So we just sitting outside waiting for the morning to come. All right. I put the cover over my head and I still hear Stan say, man, there's more people coming and shit. So I'm going in and out of sleep and shit. You know what I'm saying? Finally got a good sleep. Alarm go off. I hit the stop button, getting ready for the next alarm. Okay. By the time I took the cover off my head, it's light outside and shit, right? So now it's time for the store to open. So the lady comes out and she says, excuse me, but we only have, he was like, is everybody here for the PlayStation 5? He was like, yeah. She's like, I only have a limited amount of quantity. I'm going to hand out tickets and that's all I have. I cannot sell anything that I have. That's when the niggas I told you that sat on the opposite side of the store came up and tried to plead their fucking case to the manager. It's like, we was out here, we ain't see them and all this other shit and woo woo woo. And the niggas was talking mad shit. Like, they wasn't out here. So they was just lying and shit and trying to take our spot. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get out in front of it. Mind you, the 4 niggas that was behind us, they wasn't even mad at us because they was there before us, but we so happened to put our chairs out there before they got out there. We got out there at 10 p.m. They was out there since 7. So they didn't even fucking squabble. But these other niggas came up and was like, yeah, yeah, we was out here and we didn't see them and all this other stuff, and fair was fair is fair and all this other shit and whatever. So what Anonymous told me was, because the four guys, they was drunk and they was high. They fell asleep. Somebody took their spot when they should have just got behind it. It wouldn't have made the deal anyway, because the total that they wind up having, they was only one person in their group where they got one. And four of them was trying to get it, only one person where they got one. Because they were supposed to have 8, but mysteriously they had 7. One of the employees inside the Target decided to buy one. So that's what happened. Because they was like, Anonymous, I think he said he either seen somebody walk out the store with it or something like that. But they was able to get one. You know what I'm saying? So this nigga blowing all this fucking smoke, talking all this shit, right? So I'm like, I got my Crocs on. And I tell my man, I'm like, hold up, let me strap up my Crocs and shit just in case something go down. Because I don't want to be punching the motherfucker and I'm slipping sliding all over the fucking place. So then this nigga gonna say, if I can't get one, ain't nobody gonna get one. That's what he told the lady, right? Then she was like, that's how you feel or something. She was like, well, I'm not gonna open up the store. He was like, well, fine then. And then that's when he said again, man, if I don't get one, ain't nobody out here getting one. You selling wolf tickets, man. You was a bitch dude any fucking way, because you tried to chump me and the shit wasn't going for it because you thought I was a gamer. Well, I am a gamer, but you thought I was like this little bitch gamer that sit up here and eat Cheetos and don't know how to fight and all this shit. You could have challenged me if you want to, bruh, but the shit wasn't going to happen. So he was a bitch for that shit any fucking way. So, mind you, he sit out there selling wolf tickets and shit. Next thing you know, 5 minutes later, who the fuck show up? 10 motherfucking police cars show up. Just whoop, 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 whoop. So I'm looking out there, I'm looking at the motherfucking nigga, and I'm seeing him like bitch down. He started backing up. And then I tell the nigga, I was like, oh yeah, talk that tough shit now. How you said if they don't get one, nobody gonna get one. And then he was like, nah, that's not what I'm saying, cuz. You a bitch, cuz. And then he was just going on to the cops. I was like, look at the fucking cameras. Like, if they look at the cameras, they're gonna see a Mustang pull up right there. And they're gonna see me get out with that orange hoodie. I mean that lime green hoodie on. They're gonna see me get out and put those chairs right there. That's what they're gonna see. So they're gonna see you if they look at the cameras long enough. Then they're gonna see you walk up, and then put your lawn chairs and shit on the exit side of the building. So I didn't give a fuck. I just gave a fuck about 1, 2, 3, 4. We was good. You can go watch the tape all they want to, but I don't think Target was going to rewind that tape. And what happened was when Dot showed up, they didn't see Dot sitting out there all night, right? So they just saw Dot come up, sit in the chair, and they was like, you know what I'm saying, who the fuck is she? You know what I mean? But the whole time, I told the niggas that behind me, I was like, I'm holding in for 4. And then when Dot came, I was like, yeah, that's my 4th person right there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't need to explain to the niggas, but they was cool. But they wasn't doing all that yapping and bitching. They wound up being cool ass. It was some little cats, you know what I'm saying? But they wound up to be some cool motherfuckers, right? So then they try and plead their case to the cops, how they was sitting in the parking lot and they ain't see nobody. And I kept saying, I was like, if y'all was sitting in the parking lot, how I managed to get all my stuff here? Because when the lady came out that morning, she said, okay, those are my 4 right there. She said, everybody get in line. Everybody start lining up. I'm going to start handing out tickets. That's when he came up there and started talking that shit. Even the night before, the dudes that was behind me, since we got in front of them, there was somebody that I guess that worked inside Target. She had told them to move closer under the awning because they didn't want them to get rained on, right? So if that person would have showed up, she would have said, nah, they wasn't out there because they was all over here. You know what I'm saying? So we would have went out case then and shit, right? So the lady started handing out the tickets and shit. Cause the nigga, I mean, he big mad. He's saying all this dumb shit. And then he had this broad that was with him. And then the broad gonna say, they married. Them two married. I said, now they talking to Mike's wife. They talking to Mike's wife. They said Mike and they said Dot and I. Me and Dot was married. How the fuck you get me and her married? What told you that me and her was married? I told Dot, I said, damn, Dot, do Mike know that we married and shit? Mike know about this? So I started fucking with him. I told the cops, I was like, well, damn, I just got married. I told everybody, I was like, y'all want to register at Target for our gifts and shit like that since we married now. So she handed off the 7 tickets that she had, and that was a wrap. So we got our shit, and Dot was going to get some games for Mike. I said, no, Dot, get in the car and bounce. When you get this shit, get in the car and bounce. Because these niggas salty. I'm like, everybody get in the car. We made sure, because I had picked Juan up, but my man, Anonymous, him and Juan live close to each other. So instead of me going back out my way to drop him off, I was like, well, look, can you just drop Juan and his son off since you got to go back that way? He was like, cool. But I asked him the night before. So the plan originally was everybody get their PlayStations, put it in Anonymous' car, and then we would drive to a certain destination and everybody pick this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Because we wanted to get the fuck out of there. We had Charles County police out there and they was holding it down. And like I said, not all cops are bad cops. And I do have to give it up to the cops because they was real cordial with us. They was like, it's nothing I can do. If Target say this, then Target say that. You know what I'm saying? So they wasn't rowdy because shit was getting elevated. I was getting elevated and shit. I'm telling the cops, I'm like, how was he here when if he was, how come he didn't put his chairs and stuff out there? Because the one guy that came over that was talking to us, he was trying to intimidate us. Like, yeah, y'all gamers and shit and all this. Asking all these goofy ass questions. What the fuck you mean are we gamers, nigga? Why the fuck you think we out here? But we ain't no bitches though. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to get it twisted like we some like low cut mark ass niggas or something, like, you know what I mean? Nah, that ain't the fucking case, bro. We ain't out. We out here, but we ain't no bitches though. You know what I'm saying? We stood like, nigga, yeah, because I'm getting frustrated with the nigga that night. Like, yeah. So he started to damp off. And then that's when he came back and talked about, oh, I don't believe I'm out here arguing with you over no video game console. Like, then I asked him, like, what, you a scalper or something like that? You not a video gamer. What, you a scalper? He was like, well, I don't know how y'all go about how y'all do this and all this other shit. I'm pretty sure you was out there when a pair of Jordans came out and you was trying to fucking get a pair of Jordans. I know you secured your spot there. You should have secured your spot for these fucking game systems, right? But yeah, as I'm walking out of the Target, this goofy ass white boy that I worked with at Lowe's, this goofy ass nigga, he gonna say, oh, yo, I got 7 for you for that junk. I said, nigga, I'm not selling my console. So the nigga, it was a I forget what his name is, and if I knew his name, I would put that motherfucker on blast. But he had came into the store. I don't know how he got into the store, but he had came into the store, and then as we exiting, he's trying to scoop the PlayStation 5s up from somebody walking out there. Nigga, nah, we not selling you no shit, bro. Nah, we not selling. I'm not selling you my shit, bro. Get the fuck out of here, man. So that's what it was. We got our PlayStation 5s and we rolled the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So, and I was so tired that I didn't fuck with my shit until today. I just hooked my PlayStation 5 up and started doing the updates and shit. I'll save some of that information when we do the review of the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X tomorrow. But I hooked it up today. And because I was so tired from Sunday. All right. So now I got the horror story out the way. Now I'm about to tell y'all where y'all can go ahead and get y'all console from. Y'all may be able to get it during this broadcast. Y'all may be able to get it tomorrow. There are two ways that you can find out where the stock is for PlayStation 5 or any other console that you want to obtain. And this is how you find out. Now, if you have a iPhone, you can download this program called My Store, I think. Okay, I got to re-download it. But My Store, it's that app right there. That has the magnifying glass on it. Hold up. Let me make sure y'all can see it. That's that right there. It's a installing, but it's called My Store. Now you can go to My Store and you can navigate through it, and it'll tell you how many of the items that it is that you're looking for. So it's starting to boot up. I just pressed it. There's an easier way that I can do this. I gotta use my capturing card. So right now, I got my store set to Waldorf, right? And then on the search side, you hit that little search icon, and that'll pop up. Then you, I went to recent items. All right. So you see, I was looking for PlayStation and Xbox, right? So when I hit PlayStation, that would tell you how many they got. See, they got 0 on hand. They got 4. They got 4,043. 4,043 consoles online, right? Now that's just online. So you can try to do that Target app and shit online to see if you can find one. But now this is the way that you could see what stores have it. You go to Set Store. See up top, you hit Set Store. If you hit Set Store, then you get all these options right here, right? And then beside it would tell you the number of the consoles that they have inside the store. Now this app only works for, I think, Target, but yeah. Okay. So Waldorf does not have any at all. Or you can go to this website called Pop Finder. So it's popfindr.com, basically. Now, Pop Finder, this is where, all right. Forgot to put it on there. But Pop Finder, let me go back, because I forgot to put it in there. All right. So go type in Pop Finder, and you're going to go to this URL right here. or you could just type in popfindr.com. All right, click on that, and then right here are some of the stores. This is supposed to give you the accurate or somewhat accurate inventory of the products that you want inside the store. Now this works for a PlayStation 5. This works for video game consoles. This works for primarily anything that you want. You may not be looking for a PlayStation 5. You may be looking for a Ninja Foodie. You know what I'm saying? And by the way, them drinks, that shit was tight. I was able to cop one from, yeah, that shit tight. That food, I got the pressure cooker and I got the foodie grill. Yeah, all right. So let's go to Target inventory, because Target is the only one that's that you can walk inside the store right now and actually buy. Now, I did hear a case of somebody walking inside of a Walmart. I don't know if it was here, but they walked inside of a Walmart and they brought it right off the shelf. They brought an Xbox Series X right off the shelf inside Walmart. I don't know the location of that Walmart. So you have Target, GameStop, B&H, Sam's Club, Best Buy, or fucking Walgreens. Hey, I didn't know they sell shit. They might as well sell fucking video game systems at Amico. All right, let's go to Target real quick. Now, and I guess this was just to find these pops, but it became so popular they was doing everything. So let's go for the digital. I mean the whatever edition. The disc edition. So now what you want to do is you want to type in a zip code, right? And it's going to tell you, this is all the information right here, right? You type in your zip code and it's going to bring you to the stores that are near you, right? Within a couple of miles radius of whatever that zip code is. This is how you find out where that PlayStation is. Okay. So let's go back and look for these 3D headsets are real popular. Let's see if Target has any of those in stock. Nope. So not even the headsets. Let's try the camera. Okay. So if you wanted to go get a PlayStation 5 camera, this is telling you where there are, right? So it's saying like La Plata has 3 of them. Oxon Hill has 1. That's a ghetto fire ass store, man. Alexandria has 4. So you see that they're accurate, somewhat accurate with their information. Now, if they say they got 2 or 1, I would make that my last place that I would try to go, because that's going to be hard to find. If you see something like 3 or 4, then that's the ones I would fuck with. So you put in your city or you put in your zip code, and I guess 50, these are the mileage, right? So 75 miles range. So click that again. It's going to give you everything in the 75 miles range, or whatever that has it. See? So if you lived in the DMV or around my way, this is where you would go. I would go to Alexandria. And if you needed more information on it, you just click on it. If you didn't know where the address is, just follow the address. Type it into your GPS. And then you can follow it there. So let's try Xbox. Xbox Series X. Let's see if anybody has one. They're sold out. Now, what I said that is true. You can get one tomorrow. Because if they're getting stock in, Pop Finder is going to know about it. And Pop Finder is going to put that number in there, right? Or if you do if you're doing Target, right? You can download that app on iOS. It's called My Spot, and it has a little red magnifying glass in it. And it's going to tell you where that shit is and how many of them shits that you got. And this is Target's inventory. Now I just check. Oh, let me check the S. If y'all want an S. All right. Hey. So for those who want Xbox Series S, y'all can go to Fairfax and y'all can go get one. So like I said, they still got Xboxes out here, man. But this is the S. This is not the X. So if you want the X, you can go to what is it? Well, if you in this area, you can go get it. You know what I'm saying? It's in Fairfax. So if you live in the DMV, you have an opportunity to get an Xbox Series S. So you want to go out there and you want to get that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you just put in your zip code and you can find that shit. You know what I'm saying? So they do have an Xbox Series S available for anybody that wants to go out and pick up one. This is the website that you need to keep the shit up, or put that Pop Finder in there. And I'm sorry, My Spot. Download that app on your iOS device. You can't do it on Android. It's only iOS, right? So you can download that and you can see what they got in these fucking stores. With Pop Finder, it gives you a couple of options of stores that you may want to look at. With the My Spot, it's only Target. So with this one, you could do, like I said, GameStop, B&H. B&H is a reputable company. B&H, they usually sell high dollar professional video equipment. That's where I think I got one of my Blackmagic 4K cameras from. Did I get the 6K from there? Or the 4K? No, I got the 4K from there. I got the 6K from somewhere else. But yeah, if you go on the B&H, you can search there. GameStop. Let's try GameStop and see if they have any. Okay. But maybe one of the GameStops in your area may have it, right? Check one of them GameStops that's like sitting in the middle of West Bummerfuck that doesn't have a lot of heavy traffic. There you possibly can find one. And I'm gonna tell you how to get it. If you serious about getting this shit, keep checking within the upcoming weeks before Christmas. Because once these shits hit the shelf, they gonna go. Because motherfuckers are hip to this shit right here. I didn't even know about this shit. The Pop Finder and the My Store app. So motherfuckers are gonna be checking this shit, right? So if you check this, and your store happens to have one, you need to stop what the fuck you doing and get the fuck out there. You know what I'm saying? If you're checking it and the store is closed around like 10 o'clock or whatever, you need to get the fuck in your car. I'm talking about leave out the house with one sock on, like I did. Well, I thought both of my socks was in the trunk. Leave out the house like with your drawers flapping in the wind in order to get this shit. Because you're going to need to be out there. You're going to need to be out there early. Like I said, when I camped out for the Xbox Series S, I was out there Sunday, but the shit ain't dropped until Tuesday. When I camped out for the PlayStation 5, I couldn't because they were doing sales only. But when they were able to release it on the sales floor, so you can go inside the store and pick it up, I camped out that night. And like I said, fortunately, I went out there the time that I did, because if I went out there at 3 o'clock, I'd have been short, because niggas was already lined up. I'd have been short. So you can use this website now that you're able to go inside the store and get it. You can use this website and you can go in there and pick one up, man. But I'm telling you, you need to be quick. Now you don't have to fight with the bots and shit like that. You can actually go inside these stores and get it. And don't pay for it. Don't go on eBay and pay for it, because you're going to get scammed. You're going to get scammed. And let me tell you this. Whenever, if hopefully I'm here on this earth to see the PlayStation 6 or the next Xbox, when them shits come out, don't do that. Don't do that eBay shit, man. Don't do it. Don't buy nobody pre-orders. I don't give a fuck what it is. If you looking for a pre-order for some shoes, or you looking for pre-orders for a graphics card or some shit like that, or whatever, pre-order for whatever, you're just buying that sheet of paper. That's all that you're buying. You're buying that sheet of paper. Because what happened was, when the scalpers first got a hold of these PlayStations and Xboxes, they were selling them for double the price of what it costs. As soon as they found out that they could get like $2,000-$3,000 for them, they started changing the fucking price. So if you're an eBay seller and you originally had somebody to buy your pre-order, which was just a piece of paper, if you had somebody to bite for $800, but all of a sudden now you got a nigga that want to pay $3,000 for your Xbox or your PlayStation, you think you going to take the $800? Nah, you gonna bullshit the nigga that brought the joint, and then you gonna get the G or the 3Gs from the nigga that's trying to offer you $3,000. You're not gonna take that $800. I fucking wouldn't. But don't do that shit, bro. Let me go on eBay. Let me show you how stupid these motherfuckers are, man. And I think Amazon shut it down, which they should have, because people was price gouging on that shit. So let's go to the PS5 and see how ridiculous this is selling. Motherfuckers selling this shit for $1,600, $1,300, $1,500, $2,000. That's not even fucking reasonable. $999, $1,000, $1,200, $1,800, $1,200, 11, 9, 840. 840 for a fucking digital? Fuck no. Get the fuck out of here. So these prices are super fucking ridiculous, man. Do not pay for this shit, bruh, because niggas are not going to sell it for you. There are some niggas paying like $3,000 for these systems. I'm telling you. And then these fucking scalpers, once they get your money, it's a wrap, because they're going to keep bullshitting you. Oh, well, the mail is a delay. This, that, and the other, and all this other shit. Like, nah, bro, just give me my money back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I brought something off eBay. I ain't gonna bullshit you. It wasn't no fucking video game console, but I brought some snakeskin EK glasses, some old school shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I like old school frames. You know what I'm saying? I love old school frames. So when I brought these frames from this nigga from eBay, he kept bullshitting me. First, he was like, well, I'm gonna ship it out tomorrow, because I only paid like $43 for them, and they was used. They had the old EK glasses that had the snakeskin shit on it, but he gave me so many excuses. Somebody died in his family, the shipping, all this other shit, and then he was like, well, I'm not gonna sell it to you because you keep writing me back too much. Motherfucker, I already gave you my money. Give me my shit. So eBay, fuck no, man. Don't buy nothing. Don't buy this shit. Especially, I mean, you can buy other shit on eBay that's pretty good, but not this shit, bruh. $900, $1,100. This shit is ridiculous. And this motherfuckers, you motherfuckers is buying this shit from these niggas are supporting this scalping shit. That's why motherfuckers can't pre-order. All these shits was brought by these bots. Motherfuckers that don't game, they just want to resell it for a profit. So you're stealing away from the gamers, the hardcore gamers that want to buy this shit. You know what I'm saying? And for real, I can't blame Sony. I'm not going to blame Microsoft. I'm not going to blame Target, or I'm not going to blame Walmart, or I'm not going to blame GameStop. I mean, when the pre-orders were supposed to come out, GameStop did their shit early. You know what I'm saying? A day early. Follow suit by Target, follow suit by Best Buy, follow suit by everybody else. So on one instance, I can say fuck Best Buy, fuck Target, fuck Walmart, fuck GameStop, fuck all them places that sold this shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, just like cops, every cop is not bad and every GameStop store is not bad. You know what I'm saying? I know they press motherfuckers out for the protection plans and all that other shit, but you got some motherfuckers in there. If you cool with them, they'll be cool with you because they know, I ain't got time for that. Don't ask me for no this, that, and the other. Nah, motherfucker, I just want to buy this shit and get the fuck up out of here. You know what I'm saying? So some of them are cool. You know what I mean? So I can't do that. I can't say all that shit. And especially with some of these Charles County cops that came up to the Target when, this pre-order, when we brought out shit and the nigga was faking up that jump. So I can't say fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't their fault. You know who I say fuck you to? The Grand Wizard, a.k.a. Donald Trump. Because if that motherfucker if he would have took care of that coronavirus early, start telling motherfuckers to wear your mask and protect yourself and all this other shit, we wouldn't have been in the predicament that we're in now. You know what I'm saying? As far as, now I'm talking about all the other shit like, people losing their jobs, not being able to pay their rent, shit like this, that, and the other. That's the most important shit. Fuck the video game consoles. That was the most important shit. But on the other hand, Donald fucked up pissy ass orange bitch ass Trump. He fucked the video game shit up for everybody. Because if he didn't fuck that shit up, everybody would have been able to camp out at these stores, and more people would have been able to get their shit than what they got now. Because people would have camped out in front of Target, people would have camped out in front of Walmart and GameStop and all these other places. Of course they would have had their pre-orders, but they could have had more pre-orders so motherfuckers didn't have to go out there and do all this shit. With every release console, you always got some idiot that's going to buy it and put it out on eBay to try to sell it. But man, fuck eBay and fuck all these scalpers, because these are scalpers. None of these motherfuckers that selling this shit are true gamers. All of them some bitch ass fuckers that's overpricing this shit so real gamers can't get it. At the end of the day, fuck them. Mike and I and my squad, we got our shit. So fuck these niggas, man. That's on the real. But getting back to it, if you want to get your console tonight or tomorrow, you need to download, or you need to first try to download my spot on your iOS device. If you don't have an iOS device, Apple device, you can always go to the Pop Finder's website and look there. Just have to be diligent. You know what I'm saying? When you find that shit there, you need to go. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even look for the, well, I don't think they got digitals out. Digitals all like that. So I'll check the digital one. So they may have some in your area, man. So that's where you wanna check the shit out. All right. So that's that. So I gave y'all the horror story, told y'all about the 2 horror stories of how um somebody on Twitch said that they just got theirs from Amazon. All right. That's cool beans, man. So hey, look. I appreciate everybody that came through. I appreciate everybody that's watching this or watching the rebroadcast of this. And remember, y'all, we got some promotions. Going on for the Gamer Show. We have that Cyberpunk. Whenever this shit come out, we're gonna give it away. We're gonna give out 2 copies, one on the Xbox and one on the PlayStation. And we're selling raffle tickets. How do you get your raffle tickets? Well, you get your raffle tickets by going to our Cash App, which is $ The Gamer Show. That's $ THAGAMERS SHOW. And then you're just buying a raffle ticket for $1. Now you can buy as many raffle tickets as you want. When you buy these raffle tickets, you must specify if you want it on the Xbox or you want it on the PlayStation, right? So, or you can decide. No, you have to decide because we're doing 2 separate drawings. So, you have to decide where you want 1 ticket for the PlayStation. If you buy 2 tickets, I want both of them for the PlayStation, or I want both of them for the Xbox, or I want 1 for 1. You know what I'm saying? So we got that going on, and we also have where's the other one? We also have the Christmas giveaway. We're giving away a whole bunch of shit, bro. We're giving away Super Mario 3D All Stars, Cyberpunk again, Spider-Man Miles Morales, Call of Duty, and Madden. We're giving those away on Christmas Day, and you can buy as many raffle tickets as you want. That's going to cost you $5 to get that, and we will announce that on Christmas Day. For both of these giveaways, we're not sponsored by nobody, bro. We're not sponsored by nobody. So, if you win these, you're getting if you win Cyberpunk, you're getting a $50 something game. You got to pay for your shipping. That's the whole catch. Pay for your shipping. Shipping is less than $5 just to send a discount, right? It's $5. You paid $1 for your ticket. You paid $4 for your shipping. You got a $60 game for the low. If you win that grand prize on Christmas, you get, and when more people start participating, that's when we start adding more games. So at the end of the day, if it's like 20 games that's in that raffle, you won 20 games. Well over $300 worth in prizes. You gonna bitch and complain about like $15 for shipping? Maybe less than that, because everything I'm gonna put in one box and ship the shit out. It's gonna be all types of shit in there. You have to pay for your own shipping. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. All right. So like I said, man, appreciate everybody who's watching now or who is watching a rebroadcast of this. But tomorrow we're not going to do the unboxing, but we're just going to talk about the Xbox Series X and S, and we also going to talk about the PlayStation 5, and we're going to give you our takes on it. We're not going to do any game review as of yet. We're still, at least I am. I'm still winding down, and Mike is too, because he's doing inventory all this week. And we're just tired, man. We're tired. And we're not backed up by no big companies and shit. So, you know, we didn't get our consoles early. We weren't able to do no reviews early. You know what I'm saying? We just got ours. You know what I mean? So, that's what we gonna do, man. So y'all come through here tomorrow, and I give y'all the honest impression of these next gen consoles. It's not gonna be sugar coated. You may get mad on some of the shit that we say, but we giving you 100% legitimate, honest review. I don't know what Mike's side is. I haven't made my final verdict on my joint. So y'all come back tomorrow, and y'all can get the results on that, man. Again, man, I appreciate y'all for watching. I'll see y'all tomorrow.